Good morning, girls. Today our topic is essentials of valid consideration. Last class we have discussed essentials of valid acceptance, and we also completed essentials of valid offer, valid contract. Before going to a valid consideration, I wanted to know what is a contract. Contract is an agreement enforceable by law, is known as a contract. So, under the essentials of a valid contract, we have what offer and acceptance. Our first one is offer and acceptance, but that what essentials we are required, we already completed. Now we are going to discuss about essentials of valid consideration. What are the essentials of valid consideration? First of all, what is a consideration? For any contract, consideration is very important. Why? Because when two parties are coming together to make an agreement, then both of the parties need to give some or the other thing. Both of the parties need to get some or the other thing in return. Then only the contract is valid. A promise made between two persons becomes an agreement only when there is a consideration between the parties. Means when a promise or a contract or agreement, it is possible only when there is a consideration between the parties. Consideration can be anything. What are the consideration? Consideration can be in cash or in any movable, immovable, any item can be the consideration. If a person is selling a house for rupees money, then what happens? One time for one person the consideration is house, for the other person the consideration is money. Understanding? Also, are you getting the point? What is a consideration? Consideration can be anything, either a cash or the property, or any movable or immovable item can be a consideration. Are you understanding? Then a promise made between two persons can be successful only when you have a consideration. Okay. Now we study today essentials of valid consideration. Seema, can you see the screen here? Our topic is essentials of valid consideration. Means what are the legal rules for consideration? If a consideration should be correct, what should you have the legal rules? Means it must first one, it must move at a desire of the promiser. At a desire of the promiser means I will be the promiser, I will be the offerer, I will be the proposer. Suppose I am the offerer, proposer, promiser, then in order to constitute legal consideration, the act or subsistence forming the consideration for the promise must be done at a desire or request of the promiser. Means whatever I am thinking as a consideration, that I will give. With my desire, I will give the consideration, not with the desire of the other person. Whatever I will think, I am making the contract. So whatever I think, I will make the consideration. In order to constitute legal consideration, what you have to think? Whoever is forming the contract, that person need to give the consideration. Second point, A saves, suppose A saves B house from fire without being asked to do so. A cannot demand payment for the service because A performed is voluntarily and not at a desire of B. Ante, what does it mean? A saves B's house from the fire without being asked to by B. What happened? One fire accident happened and A saved the house of B, and that B did not ask him to do, but A has done. A cannot demand payment for these services because A performed the act voluntarily and not the desire of the B. And A తన ఇష్టంతోటి చేసిండు. A has done voluntarily, not because of the desire of the B. That's why it is known as a voluntary service. And here consideration is not fixed. You cannot fix the consideration. It is a desire of the people who are giving that they should give the consideration, not other person. First point is what? It must move at the desire of the promiser. Means whoever is a promiser, whoever is a giver, that giver should give from his desire. You cannot compel him. You cannot force him to give this much I need, this much I need. That is wrong case. Then Second, it may move from a promisee or an any other person. The consideration can be from the promisee or any other person. I am not telling that only promisee should give a money to the promiser. Any other person can also give a money consideration to the promisee. The second essentials of valid consideration is consideration may move from the promisee or from the third person on his behalf. In other words, the act which is to constitute consideration may be done by the promise or any other person. The second essential of a valid consideration is consideration may move from the promisee or from the third person on his behalf. And a third promisee can give, or on his behalf he can tell it to any other person who can give the money. In other words, the act which is to constitute consideration may be done by the promisee or any other person. Girls, are you able to listen my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear? You are understanding?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Then I'll tell the example. It may move from a promisee or any other person. Suppose an old lady gifted her property to daughter R on the condition that she should pay certain amount actually to A's brother C. An old lady gifted her property to her daughter R. ఏమైంది ఏ అన్న ఒక ఓల్డ్ లేడీ గిఫ్టెడ్ హర్ ప్రాపర్టీ టు హర్ డాటర్ ఆర్ ఆన్ ద condition that she should pay certain amount annually to A's brother C. What A and a old lady than her property gifted to R and saying she should pay certain amount annually to A's brother C. Annually, every month you have to pay some amount to C. On the same day, R entered into an agreement with his uncle C to pay the amount. R ఏం చేశారు on the same day on the same day made an agreement with C that I'll pay the amount after registration. Afterwards, she refused to fulfill the promise. C suited a case. It was held that C was entitled to recover the amount as a consideration on his behalf as moved from her sister A. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుందంటే ఏ అన్న ఒక ఓల్డ్ లేడీ ఆర్ అన్న డాటర్ కి తన ప్రాపర్టీ రాసిచ్చింది. ఏమని రాసిచ్చింది? ఆన్ ద కండిషన్ that A's brother C will annually pay some amount to the A's brother C annually. You have to pay some amount to my brother C. And the same case, what happened after A got registered her document with the R, she has told what she has made an agreement with the C. Okay, done. Then after some times, what R did, I will not pay. This is correct? No, this is not correct. So then RC suited the case. It was held that C was entitled to recover a amount as a consideration on the behalf as moved from her sister A. అంటే తను చెప్పింది తను కాక తన తర్వాత ఎవరన్నా చేయొచ్చు అని ఆ కండిషన్ ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు సి ఈజ్ ఆన్ ద రైట్ సైడ్ సి విల్ గెట్ ఎ మనీ. It may move from a promisee or any other person. Then it may be past, present, or future. Your consideration may be, it is clear from the definition of consideration that it may be past, present, or future. It means that the consideration is an act which has already been done at a desire of the promiser or in progress or is promised to be done in future. Means it is clear from the definition of consideration that it may be present, future, or past. అంటే కన్సిడరేషన్ ని మీరు పాస్ట్ లో ఇవ్వచ్చు, ప్రెసెంట్ లో ఇవ్వచ్చు, ఫ్యూచర్ లో ఇవ్వచ్చు. కన్సిడరేషన్ అనేది ఇప్పుడే ఇవ్వాలి అని ఏమీ లేదు. అది క్లియర్లీ మెన్షన్. యూ విల్ టెల్ sometimes you give in advance some money, that is past. Sometimes you give presently, ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం ఇస్తా అంటారు, తర్వాత కొంచెం ఇస్తాను. So anything is acceptable. You can give the consideration in past, present, or future. When the consideration for the present promise was given before the date of the promise, it is called a past consideration. It is not a valid consideration. అంటే when the consideration for the present promise was given before the date of the promise, అంటే మనము కాంట్రాక్ట్ చెయ్యక ముందు, ప్రామిస్ చెయ్యక ముందు ఏమైనా అమౌంట్ ఇచ్చి ఉంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటారు? పాస్ట్ కన్సిడరేషన్ అంటారు. అదే మనం సైమల్టేనియస్లీ ఇప్పుడు ప్రామిస్ చేసేటప్పుడే నేను ఏమైనా మనీ మీకు ఇచ్చి ఉంటే దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నోన్ యాజ్ ఎ present consideration. And I will promise that I'll give in the future, that is known as a that is known as a future consideration. Understanding? On the both sides it can be given on a future date. It is called future consideration. We will see the examples for past, present, and future consideration. Suppose A teaches his son of B at a B's request in the month of January and in February B promises to pay a sum of 2000 for his services. The services of A will be past consideration. And A in the month A requests this in the month of January, and in February B promises to pay a sum of 2000. And A ఎప్పుడు ప్రామిస్ జనవరిలో she has made agreement for a February and paid advance 2000. So then it is known as a past consideration. Present consideration, A sells a book to B and B pays his price immediately. It is a case of present consideration. Means A has sold a book. Now I am selling the book and I am getting the money right now only. Then it is known as a present consideration. What about future consideration? X promises to deliver certain goods to Y for the rupees 1500 after the week, upon Y promise to pay the agreed service. And X promises to deliver certain goods to Y for 1500. And X ఏమన్నారు, I will deliver my goods to Y 1500 after a week. Upon Y's promise to pay agreed price at the time of delivery. అంటే ఆఫ్టర్ 1 వీక్, మీరు 1 వీక్ తర్వాత చేసే పనిని ఇప్పుడే మీరు ఏమంటున్నారు, నవ్ ఓన్లీ యు ఆర్ మేకింగ్ అగ్రిమెంట్, బట్ యువర్ అగ్రిమెంట్ వాట్ ఎవర్ థింగ్ యువర్ ప్రపోజ్ విల్ యువర్ అగ్రిమెంట్ will be done after 1 week and money will get consideration after 1 week only. Then it is known as what? It is future consideration. Are you getting my point, girls? Girls,
Yes, ma'am.
it may do you agree the consideration may be past, present and future? Do you all agree that agreement is past, present and future? Yes. Consideration can be past, present and future. Means you can have in past means mundu you can give any consideration. In present also you can give, and future also you can give the consideration. It need not be adequate. Means it is not, it need not be adequate అంటే ఏంటి, మనము తీసుకున్న దానికి ఈక్వల్ వర్త్ ఉండాలని there is no such rule and regulation. Okay, rule. No, it is not necessary that consideration should be adequate to the value of a promise. The law only insists on the presence of consideration and not on its adequacy. It is for the parties to the contract to consider the adequacy of consideration, and the courts are not concerned about it. Ante this is very important to understand. It is not necessary that consideration should be adequate to the value of promise. అంటే మనము ఎంత తీసుకున్నామో అంత దానికి adequate ఈక్వల్ గా ఉండాలి అని ఏమీ రూల్ లేదు. కన్సిడరేషన్ ఉండాలి అని మాత్రమే రూల్ ఉంది. కన్సిడరేషన్ ఎంత ఉండాలి అనేది there is no such rule. కోర్ట్ మనకి అలాంటి law and rule is not there. Getting, girls? It need not to be adequate. Okay? What do you
Okay.
mean it need not to be adequate means? కన్సిడరేషన్ షుడ్ బి దేర్. కన్సిడరేషన్ ఉండాలి, కానీ కన్సిడరేషన్ ఎంత ఉండాలి అన్నది మనకి ఎలాంటి రూల్స్ లేవు, అలాంటి లా ఇస్ నాట్ దేర్. మనము whoever is making promise or contract, that 2% should agree upon whatever consideration you are giving. That is enough. Okay, A agrees to sell his car to worth 2 lakhs for 50,000 only, and his consent is free. The agreement is valid contract. And A is selling his car of worth 2 lakhs for 50,000 only with a free consent. And ఎవరు force చేయకుండా with his only his wish, A is selling a 2 lakhs worth car to only 50,000. It is a valid contract because there is a consideration. Consideration adequate, there is no need. He is selling for 50,000, he is happy, then everybody is happy, no problem at all. This is a valid contract. And it must be real. What it must be real? It is necessary that consideration must be real and competent. When consideration is physically impossible, illegal, uncertain or unreal, it is not real, and therefore it is not a valid consideration. Consideration means physically possible undali, మనము చూడదగిందే ఉండాలి. Impossible, virtual ఉన్న consideration you cannot give. You have to give only physical consideration. Understanding? Well, it is necessary that consideration must be real and competent. When consideration is physically impossible, illegal and uncertain, if you are giving any illegal things or uncertain things, unreal things, that is not a consideration. physically impossible. A promise to do something which is physically impossible. అంటే ఒకటి మనము చేస్తామని చెప్పినాం అది చేయలేకపోవచ్చు, అది ఇంపాసిబుల్ థింగ్. Suppose I'm giving an example. I will try to grow mango for a banana tree. Can it be possible? I will make a
Ma'am.
I will make a mango grow to a banana tree. Can a mango grow to a banana tree?
No, ma'am, it's not possible, ma'am.
No, it is not possible. Then if the things which are impossible physically or anything unreal, you uncertain, you cannot do that. That type of consideration you cannot keep. Consideration can be anything. Means నేను ఏదన్నా పని I will do that other work you have to do. Like that you will make an agreement. Then this is impossible thing. Mango cannot grow to a banana tree. Understanding? And legally impossible. Legally impossible means a promise to do something which is illegal. And suppose I am I pay 1 lakh if you murder one person. Can I tell anybody like that? If you kill one person, then I will pay 1 lakh rupees. This type of contract is valid? No. Here the thing
No,
is you are making a people do illegal activities. Then that illegal activities are very wrong. Understanding? Then
yes, ma'am.
uncertain consideration. What is uncertain consideration? A promise to do something which is too unclear. And what is this? Your activities are unclear in nature. No chappe, whatever contract you are mentioning, that your activity is unclear and uncertain, then that type of consideration is not valid. A employs B for a certain work and B promises to pay A. Certain work means what type of work? Any work will come under certain work. Then it is wrong. You cannot mention certain work and I'll pay some amount. That is uncertain. Anything you have to mention clearly. Unclear and uncertain things will not come under consideration. Tell me, what is a consideration, girls? What is consideration? Consideration means promise made between two persons become an agreement with consideration. Consideration is something is written for a promise. Something, two persons were agreeing the contract, then two persons should give something in return. That is known as a consideration. Okay. First, I am repeating the points. As a valid as a consideration, valid rules. What it must move at a desire of the promise. Means with my desire, the promiser, proposer, offerer, whoever is making a contract, that person should desire to give the amount. That person will willingly give the amount, willingly do the consideration of two persons. అంటే కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఎవరైతే ఫ్రేమ్ చేశారో whoever is framing the contract between the two persons, promisee and promiser, in that promiser only will decide whatever will be a consideration. Okay. Whatever be the consideration for the two parties, it is decided by the promiser. If the promisee adjusts, then it is known as a contract. It becomes a counter agreement. Understanding? Then counter agreement again it will be valid and the first agreement will be invalid. Girls, అర్థమవుతుందా మీకు? Are you getting? Suppose I'm telling, listen, whoever is, first point is very clear, you have to get it. And a promiser, offerer, whoever is making a contract, that person only will make a contract. Understanding? Only that person will make a contract and that person will only decide the consideration. అతను ఏం డిసైడ్ చేసాడో that only it will be valid. If the other person is promise is deciding, that become a invalid. Okay. Because if other person changes whatever promise I am making, then that is a counter promise, counter agreement. And if we both decided to agree with a counter agreement, first agreement will become lapse. And again that person become offerer, promiser. So again promiser desire only will win. It may move from the promisee or any other person. Means I desire and decided by the promiser, but the money is who will give the consideration, promisee or any other person. And the promisee can give the money, or any person on behalf of the promisee can also give the. It may not be money. It may be. It is called a consideration. Okay. Always money is not a consideration. Anything can be a consideration. Money, property, anything. Any valid thing you are telling, that becomes a written. Any something in written can be a consideration. Mostly it will be money. That's it. Okay. Essential second means this is a valid consideration. Okay. Means not only promisee directly, but any other on behalf of the promisee can also give. Then first point is it is a desire of the promiser. Second point is it must be given, either it must be moved from promisee or any other person. Then it may be at a present, past, present or future. The consideration not only you have to give presently. Whenever you are making a agreement, at that moment only there is no need of consideration. Sometimes it is possible that you give in the past, and sometimes it is present, or sometimes in the future. You can give any time. If you agree that I'll give in advance, I'll give before time, then it's a past. For a future, and now I have decided I'll sell a car, and now on immediately you have to give me money, then it becomes a present. And for a future agreement, we do after 1 week I'll deliver goods and I'll pay in the, after delivery of only I'll pay, means future I'll pay, then it is known as a future. Then it need not be adequate. It need not be adequate in the sense, yeah, it need not be adequate in the sense, whatever there is a rule that there should be consideration to have a valid agreement. Without consideration, the agreement will not be valid. Then there is no rule that the adequacy, how much, equality, how much, there is no law in that. No one insisted to that you should have a adequacy. This is a very good example. A agrees to sell his car for worth 2 lakhs for 50,000 only, and his consent is free. The agreement is valid. Means he willingly selling his 2 lakh car to 50,000 only, and his consent is free. Means for only 20, only what 2 lakh 2 lakh worth car for only 50,000 he is paying. He is giving with a free consent. That there is no adequacy here. 2 lakh he is giving for 50,000. Okay, there is consideration, yes. And he is having free consent, yes. Then there is no problem. Nobody is compelling him to give. The free consent he is giving, then it is okay. Adequacy is not required in consideration. It must be real. Whatever consideration you are giving, that should be real. That should not be physically impossible or uncertain or legally impossible or physically impossible or uncertain consideration. Okay. You cannot do things which are impossible things. Like A promised to put life in B's dead brother on B's promise to pay 1 lakh. You cannot you cannot give a life to people who are already dead. That are physically impossible. You cannot do legally impossible things also. You cannot perform uncertain considerations. Well, it's all clear for you all.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now you understood the topic consideration.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am. Today's topic.
Okay. Can anybody repeat the points of valid consideration? Essentials of valid consideration. Everybody can say one point. You start. I will guide you. Okay. First point. It must be a desire of the promiser. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Means what does it mean? It must be a desire of the promiser. Whoever is promising, they should decide the consideration. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Second point. Can I want to ask you one question? Can
Person.
It may from
It's
of the promise any other person.
Yes, it can be moved from promisee or any other person. Means money consideration can be moved from either promisee or from any other person. Okay, next.
Yes, ma'am.
Very
That
nice.
it may be past, present, or future.
Yes, your consideration can be in past, present, or future. Very good. Then
It need not be adequate.
it need not be adequate. Means your consideration, there should be a presence of consideration, but there is no need of there is no need of adequacy of consideration. Okay.
It
Then
must be a real.
it must not be. It must be real. Yes. You have to take the consideration only real. You cannot take uncertain or unclear or any illegal things to be in consideration. Only real things should be in your consideration. Good. What does consideration mean actually? Consideration is nothing but something in written. Consideration is nothing but something in written. Okay. When both parties agree, there should be something in written. Do you all got my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Today, and I want to add some more points to the above points. Like sometimes you can also have a consideration, maybe positive or negative. The 5 points which we have discussed are very important. After that, one more, I am adding 2-3 points that consideration must maybe positive or negative. Means always there will not be a positive consideration. There may be a negative consideration also. Like some always we will not ask the things to be done. అంటే చెయ్యండి అని చెప్పము, ఒకసారి చెయ్యొద్దు అని కూడా చెప్తాము. A contract is like you are not always has done. You sometimes abstain from doing or abstain from not to do. Means we ask somebody to do some things, we ask somebody not to do something. So both can be a consideration. Means consideration can be a positive or negative. So is consideration is very essential. Do you all agree that consideration is very essential for valid contract? Hmm. Consideration is very important or not for any contract to be successful?
Important, ma'am.
Yes, consideration is very important. So your consideration should be lawful. Means that is there should be real, lawful. Okay. And there should be, whenever you are making an agreement, you first decide your consideration. And because without consideration, your contract may be void. Without consideration, your contract becomes void. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Under without consideration, your contract becomes void. Anything you want to, anything should I repeat once again? Any point do you want me to repeat again? Or you understood everything?
Understood, ma'am. Everything, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Everybody.
Yes, madam.
Mm. If you have any doubts, you can kindly ask me. I'll clarify. So, for any contract, the gist of the today's lesson is as we are discussing one by one the essentials of valid contract. In that, we have completed consideration and essentials of valid consideration. Okay. Thank you, girls.
Okay, ma'am.